I think it will just be a good wicket. There's no grass on it, so there won't be.
I am the captain of the cricket team from the largest democracy in the world. I am someone who is carrying the baton for over 1.25 billion cricket fans from around the country. I am someone who does not know what losing is. I am also someone who is willing to give his 100% even in a losing cause, so that I can go back home and sleep well, telling myself that I did try my best. I am someone who loves his better half in the true sense of the term. I am someone who has given up on my favorite butter chicken, for I prioritize fitness above anything else. I am someone who wants people to look up to me. I am someone who wants people to come and tell me, I did not give up because of you. I am someone who loves batting and scoring the big runs. And of course, I am someone who is happier when those runs are in a winning cause. Presenting to all of you is Virat Kohli. It's birthday time for Virat Kohli. Birthdays are a wonderful occasion, specifically for contemplation, especially by fans like all of us. Welcome everybody to this new episode, new Facebook Live for the International Cricket Network ICN 360. We are all here to celebrate the great man's birthday. As I said, birthdays are wonderful for introspection, to see what has happened in the past and to see what lies ahead. A lot of people come and tell me, you can't really plan too far ahead, you should not be comparing. Agree to everything, but we can surely celebrate the great achievements from the past and to an extent get an idea of what we should expect to come in the future. Ever since Virat Kohli made his ODI debut in 2008 and a Test debut in 2011 to where he is today, with all the achievements at a completely different pedestal, I would like to draw an analogy in cricket here. If we compare what Afghanistan cricket has achieved in the last 10 years as a nation, if we call that as a story of our sport in the 21st century, then what Virat has achieved individually must be the story of batsmanship for the 21st century. Run machine, a single word description of the ingenuity that Virat brings to the table. The records that his own idol holds are up for grabs, and trust me, he's been crushing them one by one. 2018 has been a special year, the best year so far for Virat Kohli. He scored 1000 plus runs 6 times already in his career, and he's only 30 years old. But 2018 was special. He not only scored those 1000 plus runs, but he also scored them at a staggering average of 133.55. Courtesy for all the statistics goes to crickbuzz.com. Now, why I am mentioning these statistics with so much importance is, imagine how good is it? How would you know somebody is so good? By comparing him with the next best or the second best. So comparing the second best is his RCB teammate AB de Villiers, who in 2014 scored 1000 plus runs in a single calendar year at an average of 79. And Virat Kohli is at 133. That's the amount of difference that separates him from the second best. The highlight here is again not just the average. Let me put it in a different way. Consider the number of innings that a batsman takes to score those 1000 runs in a single calendar year. Hashim Amla held the record for a long time, having only 15 innings to have achieved 1000 runs. Kohli himself, I think, got it in 15 innings a couple of years back. But this year was special. He got those mammoth amount of runs in just 11 innings. 11 innings as compared to 15 is a big number difference when it comes to the kind of statistics we are talking about. From all of us here at ICN, many congratulations to Virat Kohli on also becoming the fastest person to reach 10,000 runs in one-day international cricket. There were lots of discussions and arguments and comparisons about this feat versus that achieved by Sachin Tendulkar. Lots of fans on ICN as well asked us, like, what do you think, who is better? All I would like to tell you guys is sit back and enjoy the show. Each one of them is a great from their own era, and comparisons essentially kill the essence of their brilliance. It is like, imagine if you are a guy and someone offers you, whom would you like to marry? Would it be Natalie Portman or Scarlett Johansson? It's like there's no wrong answer here. You would be like, whichever works. Same thing, be it Sachin or Virat, they were greats in their own way, in their own era. And this was just an example, no offense to anybody, but yeah. The highlight from last year, however, this is all ODI cricket that we spoke about. The highlight for me from the last year was the successful English tour. 593 runs in conditions where the ball was swinging and doing so much for the bowlers. And it wasn't just special for the amount of runs that Virat Kohli got. It was more about the mode and the manner in which he got those runs. The free-flowing Virat had swallowed his ego, swallowed his flamboyance, put his head down, and went about his business. There were talks about Anderson, Kohli, saga. What happened at the end? Virat Kohli did not get out to James Anderson even once. He did not score fluently against Anderson, agreed, but such is his prowess, calculations in his head, that he picked the other bowlers and single-handedly batted India into winning positions on multiple occasions. That's the trademark of a great leader, isn't it? A lot of us like statistics here, right? So I have some very interesting statistics for everybody. Virat Kohli scores 100 every 5.47 innings in one-day internationals and every 5.16 innings in test match cricket. So right now he has a total of 62 hundreds, 38 in one-day internationals and 24 in test matches. And he's only 30 years old. Considering his fitness and the amount of discipline that he's got when he goes about doing his work, I don't want to jinx it, but he would easily go and play until he's 38. Every year on an average, India play an average of 10 test matches, which is 20 innings, and around 30 ODIs. So a total of 50 innings per year is possible, assuming he does not bat all those 50 innings, say 45 per year. Over 8 years, it will be 360 innings. Right now, his average is 5.3 innings per 100. Considering there will be a dip in form, he's a human after all. Let's assume he scores 100 every 8 innings. That's a very conservative estimate, mind you. Even then, he will make 45 more centuries by the time he retires at 38. So as far as getting the greatest number of international hundreds goes, Sachin got 100 of them. I think Virat Kohli will easily ace that one. The tricky one for me though is getting more than 51 test match hundreds that the little master got. That's one record I feel which is a little safe in his bank for the little master. All in all, to conclude, we would just like to convey all our wishes from ICN here, from myself, from all the fans and the network itself. Let us tell him something like, Virat, you are someone who all of us can easily look up to. What you've achieved is something way beyond just talent. It's your hard work and above all your attitude to succeed. Your honesty, your confidence, your discipline, your humility is inspirational to say the least. In a recent discussion that I actually had with a fan, I just mentioned to him how wonderful it was to actually see a player of your caliber, especially such a huge idol in a huge country like India and around the world, to take a stand about something. You have always voiced your opinion very clearly without much beating around the bush and with no hypocrisy whatsoever. Many salutes to you for that. That's one thing I really appreciate about you. All the very best for the years to come. Hope you have an even better 2019 than the very successful 2018 and you get the World Cup home for India in 2019. Keep inspiring us, keep leading the way with grace, and while you continue having run chases for dinner, we'll sit back and continue enjoying the show.